Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In this one I will be talking about the new patch 8.18, the last two patch before the Worlds, and in this one we'll be seeing a lot of nerfs towards that, but a lot of buffs, interesting ones. First we have a buff to Aatrox, and I think before, think it was two patches ago we got nerfed, and this nerf was effective, and now they are trying to bring back Aatrox. As you can see, his heal on his dash, that is his E ability, was buffed to in the late game get a more 5% heal, and I think they are trying to back up his heal because they nerf his heal in the laning phase by a bit, and they are also buffing his ultimate towards late game in terms of his AD by 5%. Also, they are trying to bring back Aatrox in the late game because Aatrox in the late game gets a bit useless because he can be easily kite by AD carry champions like Ashe and Tristana, Kai'Sa. Like, it's pretty easy to counter Aatrox in the late game. Now we have a nerf to Akali, and this is a nerf also to Worlds because, as I think Akali is probably the best mid laner despite her win rate not being so good. I think if you are a main Akali and one trick pony, you can just smash games so hard because Akali, if well played, is probably the best mid laner in or top laner if you play at top. They are buffing his ultimate. Her ultimate, I think it's not the biggest nerf, but it's a nerf that needs to happen. It's nerf 20 damage at all ranks, and 20 damage at first rank, 30 damage at second rank, and 40 damage at the third rank. But it's a nerf that it's not big of a nerf, but it's a decent one, and I think it's needed. Now a nerf to Braum in terms of his HP. It's like the Rakan nerf that happened 2 patches ago, and Rakan is not so good anymore. It's the same thing with Braum. They are taking 36 HP flat in the level 1 at his base HP. I think this will nerf Braum a bit. It's not a big of a deal, but it will become really easier to kill him now in the laning phase. Like Rakan is now easier to kill now. It's getting the Rakan treatment. Now nerf to Gnar, and it's not a big of a deal. It's just a nerf to Worlds because, as you can see, Gnar is not the biggest champion in the solo queue, but if you watch LCS like in NA, Korea and Europe, Gnar is probably one of the best big top laners, as akali, as Braum, and another champions that I will talk about it, and they are trying to nerf these champions to Worlds by a bit, and that's why it's probably not a big nerf, but it's just trying to nerf his laning phase by a bit. Now a buff to Lucian, I think it's a buff that needs to happen because Lucian is getting um, a bit weaker than the other AD carries like Tristana, Kai'Sa, even Twitch. Um, it's like it isn't in a decent spot, but I think it could be in a higher spot, and this nerf will bring it. By they are increasing his AD ration on his Q by in the late game by 20%, and this is decent. Trying to bring Lucian back in the late game, so it's a decent buff. In the Renekton we are seeing a buff that I think it's really strong buff. They are in his E, they are increasing his armor reduction by 10 and also his damage by 10 at all single ranks. And I think this is a big nerf. I think Renekton is good in the meta, and with this nerf the laning phase of Renekton it will be almost impossible to win against Renekton because this nerf in armor reduction by 10% is a lot. Now another nerf towards Worlds, towards Rise, in terms of his W, it will be 0.5 seconds earlier in terms of his W, his root, and I think it's a decent buff because Rise combos is depending if you land your W, and by having 0.5 seconds to get free sooner, I think this is a big nerf to Rise. Not the biggest nerf, but I think it will bring his play rate by a bit. Now, probably the biggest nerf to in this patch is towards sejuani, and this is a nerf towards world as well. As you can see, they are lowering his permafrost damage, and also they are nerfing is probably the biggest nerf. It is ultimate um, root. As you can see, our slow duration is lowered by 3 seconds towards 1, and this is a big nerf, really big nerf, because I used to play sejuani a season ago, and this is a big nerf towards sejuani. I think she will become unplayable. Probably you can see like once or two in like 10 games. It will become really unplayable like now sejuani, because her combo is always depending if you hit your ultimate, and if you hit, and now in only 1 second, if you don't straight hit it, I think this is a big nerf to sejuani. Now a nerf towards Worlds is towards Trundle. They are nerfing his pillar in terms of cooldown by 2 seconds at each rank, and also his slow is changed to 15% first rank, and this is a big nerf. If you don't max your pillar first, this is a big nerf, like 15% slower that instead of the 30. It will compensate in the late game, but this is a big nerf towards Trundle in the early game, and so you should max your pillar first. If Because if you don't max your pillar first, you'll be getting a lot of difficulties to gank. Now a decent buff to Vayne towards his Q by lower 2 seconds at the first rank, and then it gets even at the last rank of the ability. It's a decent buff to get past the early game, but I think it's not enough. Now a buff to Victor. It's getting his X-Core MK1. It will be a bit cheaper by 100 gold, but the perfect X-Core will be increased by 100 gold, so the X-Core will be coming the same price by 300 gold, but you will get the power spikes sooner by 100 gold. And I think they are trying to bring Victor back. I don't know if you remember, but back in season 6 or 5, each X-Core cost 1000 gold each one, and they are trying to bring back that, and I think they are doing the right approach, because Victor is totally useless champion right now. I can see like one Victor in 20 games, and this is for a mid lane, this is really bad. So I think this will bring Victor back. Now in this patch you also have the new skins, and I think these skins are awesome. I think they are based probably on the movie Guardians of the Galaxy by Marvel. As you can see, we have Kane, the big villain in this story, as you can say. We have Jinx, another awesome skin. I think they are really based on Guardians of Galaxy, like a group of trying in the space, trying to defeat enemies. We have Malphite and Sona. I I think this is really good skin. Yasu, I mean, does Yasuo need skins anymore? Like, yes, his project skin. This will be really similar to his project skin. A Zig skin. I mean, he has his arcade skin. Arcade skin. Does he need it? Another one, like, and the new game mode, Odyssey. I think it will be coming Odyssey. I don't know what will this game be going to, because it wasn't played in the PvE, so it will be coming straight to live servers at tomorrow, I don't think, or maybe at the weekend. I'm really hyped for this one. I think I can maybe buy the Jinx skin or the Kayn skin. The Kayn skin looks sick. Like, look at not look at this. It just looks so good. So yeah, if you liked the videos, please leave a like. I will be posting my new video of Road to Masters tomorrow, and as always, see you next time.